Okay, so today we're going to be talking about transferring water or cleaning out your buckets. And the best way to do that I have found is to use a simple transfer pump. You can pick these up at automotive parts places or on Amazon. I will have a link in the bottom for this particular one. It's worked great. I've had it for quite a while. Here's your bucket, and let's pretend that you've got a big huge tomato plant or some kind of plant that's in here. It's too bulky to move, to lift this up, to drain your bucket so that you can clean it out, put in some fresh nutrients or whatever. Let's say you make a mistake with your pH and you need to get it cleaned out. Now with my particular bucket, you could either drain it using this drain tube or use the sight tube. But what I've found is that always leaves some sediment in the bottom, so I don't even worry about that. The beauty about the transfer pump is, if I can show you here, on the bottom it's got a little venturi, and what that allows you to do is it sucks up from the last 1/8 inch of the bucket. So you can tilt your bucket with this all the way in, hit the on button, and get probably 98% of the fluid out of your buckets. And later on I use this same tool to go into my fresh nutrient supply, drop it down in there, and transfer back into the top, so I'm top feeding while I'm doing my nutrient replacement. So essentially all you do is you crack the bucket top, pop this down in there, and that's all there is to it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put solution in here from my container and show you how that works. Okay. So we're going to put the lid back on the bucket. Okay, so we've got the pump in the solution here. We're going to take our hose, and this hose actually has some sensors on it, so that if you clip it on, once water touches the tip, it shuts off the pump, and it gives a audible alert so that you know that there's an issue. That's a good feature to have if you're going to walk around while you're transferring your water. So all we got to do is switch our pump on. And as you can see, it's transferring the water at a high rate. Now I'm not sure what the gallons per minute on this is, but it comes out pretty quick, especially when you have fresh batteries. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so there's no spillage with this. There's minimal mess, minimal work, and it saves you from trying to lift up heavy net pots with the medium in it plus your plant material, and minimizes movement of your plants. So if your plants are locked into, on a table or something of that nature and you can't move the bucket, this is a good way to help eliminate those issues, and it definitely saves me a lot of time. Typically I only have about 5 to 10 buckets, and to change those once a week would take me almost 30 minutes a bucket. I'd have to stagger them out and do that separately, a couple each day. For this I can do them all in probably an hour or two, depending on how fast I am. Alright, so this is a good little transfer pump. Like I said, I'll put some more information in the description. Check out my other hydroponic videos on buckets and DWCs. Alright, well, I hope you learned something. On to the next.